Today, football division equals country, and it's based on the UEFA League coefficients. Now, the top 4 leagues in the world based on those UEFA coefficients are the Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, and the Bundesliga. Which means since the Bundesliga is the 4th best league in the world, they are now League 2. And in League 2, it is the 18 current Bundesliga sides plus the 6 best second Bundesliga sides for a total of 24 clubs. La Liga is ranked as the 3rd best league in the world, so that means La Liga is League 1. It is every single La Liga club plus the top 4 best La Liga 2 clubs. Again, for a total of 24. The Italian top division, Serie A, it is the 2nd best league in the world. So guess what? Yeah, that means Serie A, it is the championship. All your Serie A clubs, including the ones that got relegated, and the top 4 clubs from Serie B, including the ones that got promoted. Again, for a total of 24 clubs. And since the Premier League is the current highest rated league in the world, the Premier League stays as the Premier League with, yes, Burnley, Leeds United, and Sunderland included. So what happens now? Well, we go season by season to see what these tables and these divisions bring us. What clubs from each division and country will go up? What clubs from each division and country will get relegated? Who wins all the trophies? The Premier League, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup. Can the best Bundesliga sides climb all the way up to the top since they start in the 4th division? What about Real Madrid? They're starting in the 3rd division. What will happen with clubs from Italy, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juventus, Napoli? Can they all go up to the Prem? And of course, what will happen to all the Premier League clubs if they had the Serie A, La Liga, and Bundesliga all behind them, chasing them for their spots? Off to the end of season 1 we go, and as we go to the end of season 1, if you do enjoy the content and the videos, guys, please hit the like button for me, the subscribe button with the little noti bell. Again, I would really appreciate it. FIFA 26, or I guess FC26, is right around the corner. We're gonna have some absolute banging content on the channel. Let's go. Division equals country. It's time to see what happens, and we begin at the end of season 1 in League 2, aka the Bundesliga. Who is going up to the 3rd division, aka La Liga? It will be your usual suspects. Bayer Leverkusen in 1st though, Bayern Munich in 2nd, and Dortmund in 3rd, and one of Gladbach, Leipzig, Freiburg, or Hoffenheim will also go up, guys. Genuinely surprised though that Bayer Leverkusen finished 10 clear of Bayern Munich, and like I can't even count that high. Is that 24 points clear of 3rd in Dortmund? From La Liga, the 3rd division, going up to the championship to Serie A, your top 2, Real Madrid and Barcelona. 103 points and 100 points, and one of Atletico Madrid, Athletic Club Bilbao, Villarreal, or Sevilla, just like the Bundesliga, the usual suspects. But the question is, who is going down to the Bundesliga? And it is Espanyol, Levante, Real Valladolid, and Mirandes on 3 wins. From the 2nd division, the championship, the top level of Italian football, going up to join the Premier League. 2 clubs automatically, Juve and Inter Milan, and one of Lazio, Napoli, Roma, or AC Milan. The table was extremely top heavy. Look at all those points. Even by 8th, Atalanta, 79 points. Who is going down? Yo, Sassuolo finished in 10th with Como in 11th. Bologna all the way in 12th. Who is going down to La Liga? Empoli, Cremonese, and Spezia, as probably expected. And the Premier League, the English division, who won it? Arsenal won the league, guys, over Aston Villa, over Newcastle United. Man City only on 75 points, Liverpool in 5th, Chelsea in 6th, then it's Spurs and Manchester United. The question once again, Leeds and Burnley, they survived ahead of Bournemouth, but Bournemouth also pretty comfortable, not bad. Who is going down? Sunderland survived. That means Forest, 5 wins. Wolves and Everton, they all had 5 wins. Those are your 3 relegated clubs going down to Serie A, the 2nd division. Yo, what a start to the Premier League table. All 3 promoted sides, they survived. So Arsenal wins the first trophy of the video, but hold on a second. We still got 2 more trophies to give out for a total of 3 every single year. We got the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, where all teams from across all 4 divisions participate. So in the FA Cup, your semifinals were Inter Milan versus Chelsea, Aston Villa versus Real Oviedo. What a run by Real Oviedo. The final was Inter Inter Milan versus Aston Villa, and Inter Milan won on penalties 5-4. They won the FA Cup. And then we come to the Carabao Cup. One Premier League side, two La Liga sides, and one Bundesliga side, actually. Leipzig versus Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid versus Manchester City. The final was Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Manchester City actually beat Real Madrid 2-0. So City didn't win the Prem, but they got the Carabao Cup, which is still very difficult, especially with the 4 divisions that we got. Off to season 2 we go, where the divisions are starting to mix and match a bit. But before we do go to the end of the second season, I just want to show you some of these massive transfers that happened between clubs in season 1. Kobel went from Dortmund to Man City for 100 million. Schlotterbeck went from Dortmund to Spurs. Salah left Liverpool for Juventus, while Vlahovic left Juve for Chelsea. Gabby Martinelli was the Salah replacement at Liverpool. He left Arsenal for 50 million. And Tapsoba left the 4th division with Bayer Leverkusen to play in the top with Chelsea. Man City also added Scalvini from Atalanta, while Mendy left Real Madrid to play in the top division with Arsenal. And Rodrigo de Paul did the same thing. He left Atleti for Aston Villa. Same thing with Oyarzabal from Real Sociedad. He went to West Ham United. And Henriks upgraded as well. He didn't want to play in the 4th division for RB Leipzig anymore, so he went to West Ham United. Willy Orban did the same thing. Red Bull Leipzig to Man United. Welcome back to the 4th division in season 2, which is the Bundesliga. So who is getting promoted into La Liga? It's Hoffenheim, actually. Yeah, it's Union Berlin and it's Frankfurt. Those are the top 3 automatically going up, and one of Wolfsburg, Stuttgart, Freiburg, or Mainz who have improved on their finish. From La Liga, the 3rd division, going up to Serie A, the championship. Who is it? Actually, it's Atletico Madrid, so they didn't get promoted in the 1st season. And Bayern Munich from the Bundesliga gets back-to-back promotion. It could also be Bayer Leverkusen, maybe Villarreal, maybe Borussia Dortmund, or Real Betis. This is the rest of your La Liga table, and who is going down? It is Las Palmas, it is Deportivo Alaves, it is Empoli, and Elche. So Empoli actually gets back-to-back relegations. They started in the championship in Serie A. They went down the 1st season. They went down the 2nd season. Welcome to the Bundesliga, Empoli. Now, what about in Serie A, the 2nd division? Who's going up to the Premier League? Barcelona, back-to-back promotions from La Liga to Serie A, and now in season 3, they will be in the Prem. They finished top on 113 points. And the other one is actually Lazio. Yes, ahead of Real Madrid. Roma in 3rd. Real Madrid still may go up because they finished in a playoff. Atalanta or Napoli could also go up. Forest just missed out on a playoff spot after being relegated from the Prem. Athletic Club Bilbao is there as well in 8th. They are the ones that got promoted instead of Atletico Madrid from La Liga. Fiorentina and Bologna are there. Wolves all the way in 13th. Everton in 17th. Now, who is going down to La Liga? It is Parma, it is Venezia, and it is Pisa. The Prem in season 2. Who won the Prem, guys? Was it an Italian side that went up? No, it was Manchester City on goal difference over Arsenal. Liverpool in 3rd, Spurs, then Chelsea, then Man United. The highest Serie A side, it was Juve in 7th place. AC Milan in 9th. Inter finished in 12th, actually below Burnley on goal difference. Brighton, Fulham, Crystal Palace, West Ham. Who is getting relegated? Brentford, Bournemouth, Sunderland. I hate to say it, but it's always Bournemouth, man. It's always every single video. It doesn't matter what we do. Bournemouth still gets relegated. They're going down to Serie A. But Leeds and Burnley, man, they're staying up. FA Cup, your semi-finals. Some very interesting semi-finals. West Ham United versus Roma. Barcelona versus Manchester City. City beat Barcelona and Roma beat West Ham. It was City versus Roma in the FA Cup final. City did the double, guys. They won the Prem, they won the FA Cup. Not very often we see something like this. I don't know if we've ever seen it. Maybe once, actually. Maybe once. Your Carabao Cup semi-finals. City versus AC Milan. Leeds United. Leeds went to the Carabao Cup semi-finals. That's a crazy run when you got all the clubs from the 4 divisions that we have, and they faced Aston Villa. Unfortunately, they weren't successful against Aston Villa. Guess what? It was City versus Villa. Man City, they won everything in season 2. They even won the Carabao Cup. I guess you can call call it the treble. That's actually crazy, man. We've done 2 seasons and Manchester City have won 4 of the 6 trophies. Why did this happen? Can someone tell me? Let's look at these transfers. Vitinha left PSG for Arsenal. Gyökeres left Sporting for Arsenal. Now, I'm recording this video before this happened IRL, but it just happened here. Openda left RB Leipzig for Liverpool. Nico Williams left Athletic Club Bilbao for Inter Milan. Deo Upamecano left Bayern Munich for Manchester City. And Kokchu left Benfica for Manchester City. Van de Ven left Spurs for AC Milan. Carnesecchi found a new spot at Chelsea from Atalanta. But Bernardo Silva went to the relegated Bournemouth. And Spurs got themselves a new goalkeeper, Chevalier from Lille. And Jagroba went to Manchester United. There are a lot of moving parts here. Castellanos went from Lazio to Athletic Club Bilbao. David Raum left Leipzig for Napoli. Pavard left Inter for Fulham. Leimer left Bayern for Spurs. And Marcos Llorente left Atletico Madrid for West Ham United. Lisandro Martinez went to Crystal Palace, while Dumfries left Inter for Spurs. Even Memphis Depay came back. He joined Celta Vigo, and Alisson left Liverpool for Newcastle. Okay, let's go to the end of season 3. Someone needs to put a stop to this Manchester City domination. The end of season 3. Someone please put an end to Manchester City. But before we find out if someone actually did, we gotta see what happened in the 4th division, the Bundesliga, with the Bundesliga clubs that still remain down there. It's Borussia Mönchengladbach, Wolfsburg, and actually Levante from La Liga that got relegated. Yes. And maybe Augsburg, Las Palmas, Espanyol, or Freiburg. So at least one La Liga club will be going back up to La Liga, while Mainz and Hamburg and Köln, Bochum, Bremen, they're still stuck down there. Heidenheim as well, Holstein Kiel, Magdeburg, St. Pauli in 21st. From La Liga, we got a mix and match of clubs down here already. Who is going up to Serie A, the 2nd division? It's 2 German clubs automatically, actually. It's Bayer Leverkusen and RB Leipzig, and one of Villarreal, Sevilla, Real Sociedad, or Girona. So at least one Spanish club will go up for sure. The rest of the table, it looks like this. Who is going down to the 4th division though? Stuttgart in 15th after they did get promoted via the playoffs, so they survive in La Liga. Union Berlin survived, but Leganes, Pisa, Real Oviedo, and Spezia do not survive. So Pisa and Spezia, 2 Italian clubs going down to the Bundesliga. Relegated twice, man. From Serie A to the Premier League, Real Madrid, they go up. And Atletico Madrid also go up. And one of Athletic Club Bilbao, maybe Dortmund, maybe Bournemouth, and maybe Bayern. Bournemouth beat out Napoli and Brentford for a playoff spot. Fiorentina, Bologna, Atalanta, Nottingham Forest, and Sunderland, they survive in the championship. So do Monza. Who does not survive though? Torino in 18th. That is absolutely horrendous. Genoa, Lecce, and Sassuolo, they all go down to La Liga, guys. I said someone please put an end to Manchester City. No one did in the Premier League. Man City won the Prem in the 3rd year. 7 points ahead of Chelsea, 10 ahead of Liverpool, and 11 ahead of Barcelona. Inter, then it's Arsenal, then it's Newcastle, and Manchester United. But look at that gap between 1st and 8th, 22 points. Who is going down? Juve in 10th. AC Milan is there. Leeds stay up. Palace stay up. Burnley do not stay up, neither do Lazio, and neither does Fulham. Premier League clubs are getting knocked down left, right, and center. 2 of them go down. All right, the FA Cup in Season 3. Who are our semi-finalists? Madrid versus Man United and Wolfsburg. Nice to see Wolfsburg in the last 4 of this FA Cup versus Manchester City. Man City went to the final of the FA Cup again, but Real Madrid spoiled their party. Real Madrid won the FA Cup. And the Carabao Cup. 3 Spanish clubs, 1 club from the Prem. Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid versus Athletic Club Bilbao. The final was Athletic Club Bilbao versus Arsenal, and Arsenal actually won the Carabao Cup. They've been impressive in this video. But after 3 seasons so far and given out a total of 9 trophies, Premier League clubs have won 7 of them. 5 by Manchester City, 2 by Arsenal. Inter Milan won the FA Cup once. Real Madrid won the FA Cup once. For some reason, Gavi was at PSG, but not anymore. He's at Manchester United. And Camavinga is at Newcastle, while Valverde is at Chelsea. Vinny Jr. is at Arsenal. João Neves is at Chelsea. Hakimi is at Manchester City. Endrick went to Chelsea as well. And Nuno Mendes went from PSG to Barcelona. But this one is actually hilarious. John Duran left Al Nassr for Aston Villa for 86 million. Aston Villa bought him back back. De Jong to RB Leipzig. Enzo Fernandez left the top 4 divisions, went to play in France. Dani Olmo went from Barca to Arsenal. Ruben Diaz left City to Spurs. And Barella left Inter for Barca. While Pedro Porro did the same thing. He left Spurs for Barca. Gabriel went to West Ham United for some reason, while Güler left Real Madrid for Liverpool. There are a lot of massive transfers that happened in the 3rd season, man. So much money was spent. Schlotterbeck to Inter. Zaire Emery to Aston Villa. Romero from Spurs to Manchester City. Jonathan Tah to AC Milan. Ekitike went to Red Bull Leipzig. Bruno Guimaraes went to Bournemouth from Newcastle. And Desiree Doué went to Barcelona. We are at the end of season 4, and in the Bundesliga, guess what? 2 more German clubs are going up to La Liga. It is Mainz and Hamburg, but not in first. Leganes is actually in first, going back up to their own division with Mainz and Hamburg, and one of Empoli, finally maybe Augsburg, maybe Werder Bremen, or Real Oviedo. Who is going up to Serie A, the 2nd division from La Liga? It is Villarreal and Real Betis, and one of Valencia, Real Sociedad, Stuttgart, or Gladbach. This is the rest of the table. Frankfurt finishes mid-table in 9th. Wolfsburg is in 12th. Sassuolo, Hoffenheim, 14th and 15th, going down to the German division. Cremonese, Getafe, Levante, and Las Palmas. 2 Italian clubs are getting promotion, my friends. It is Napoli and Atalanta going up to the Premier League, and one of Bournemouth, Leipzig, Forest, or Everton. So 3 of the 4 playoff clubs are actually former Premier League clubs. Bologna in 7th, Fulham in 8th, Dortmund finished in 9th, and Athletic Club Bilbao and Bayer Leverkusen in 10th and 11th. What's going on with that? I don't understand. Sunderland comfortable staying up in the Italian division in 13th, surviving. Who is not surviving? Wolves, Monza, and Hellas Verona. But Wolves, they started in the Prem, and now they're going to the 3rd division. Do we have finally someone else that wins the Premier League aside from Manchester City? We do. It's Barcelona, followed by Arsenal, Manchester City, and Newcastle in 4th. Bayern Munich only in 6th. Aston Villa and West Ham a 7th and 8th place finish in this league. That is very impressive. Ahead of Inter, and Real Madrid is in 11th. What? Spurs, Leeds United finished above Chelsea and Juventus. Okay. And above Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid in 17th place, guys. AC Milan got relegated with Crystal Palace and Roma. AC Milan dead last. Your FA Cup semi-finals in season 4. Barca, Atalanta, Man City, and Real Madrid. Man City went to yet another final against Barcelona, who narrowly beat Atalanta. But Man City couldn't beat Barca. Barca won the FA Cup, just like they won the league. I wonder if they can do the treble. Let's go see what happens in the Carabao Cup too. In the Carabao Cup, it's Chelsea versus Spurs, Real Madrid versus Manchester City, and Man City, yet another final appearance. But they won this one. Yes, they did. They won this one 2-1 over Spurs. So although City didn't win the league, they're staying pretty relevant, man. They're still winning a trophy a year. I have absolutely no idea what happened in season 4. Arsenal sold like everybody. Mendy is gone. Lokonga is gone. Skelly is gone. Odegaard is gone to Juventus. Ben White went to Brighton. Mastantuano, I guess they had him. They sold him to Inter. And Gyökeres, he just got there. He left for Atletico Madrid. Pedri is a Chelsea player. Savinho is a Newcastle player. Rodrigo is a Liverpool player. Bastoni completely left the entire system, and so did McAllister to PSG. We saw Martin Odegaard go to Juve. Inacio went to Inter. Kubo is a Spurs player. Man City keeps stacking. They've got Karim Adeyemi. And Anthony Gordon plays for Real Madrid. This is something I have never seen before. Gordon to Real Madrid. Here we go. And AC Milan, they sold Christian Pulisic to Barcelona. They sold Kalulu to Manchester United. They brought in Joshua Zirkzee, sold Tau to Bayern Munich, and they brought in Marc Cucurella while getting rid of Santiago Jimenez, who went to Bournemouth. But they also got Reece James while selling Ramiro to Atletico Madrid and bringing in Juan Garcia from Barcelona as their new goalkeeper, I guess. Very weird that they got relegated. Season number 5. Will some of the German teams finally go up, man? Can they do it? Well, in League 2, I mean, it's Pisa, Getafe, Levante and Deportivo Alaves that are going up automatically. So no automatic spot for a German club. Levante, maybe Empoli, maybe Freiburg, and maybe Augsburg. So only one German team will go up, and there's still so many German teams left down there. Freiburg, Augsburg, Köln is there. Bochum, Heidenheim, Elversberg, Dusseldorf, FC St. Pauli, Magdeburg, Holstein Kiel, Paderborn is in 23rd. Not a good showing for some of the clubs in Germany, man. Wolves, after getting relegated from Serie A to what's left of La Liga, they are going back up to Serie A. They finished in first on 109 points. Frankfurt as well is going up, so Frankfurt made a bit of a push. Maybe Girona, Hoffenheim, Wolfsburg, or Monza. One of them will also be promoted. Gladbach still stuck in the 3rd division, unfortunately. Bremen is there, Sassuolo and Parma. Mainz survived. Valencia, man. How are you guys still down there? Same thing with Stuttgart in 19th. Hamburg, Venezia, they're going back down where they came from. Hellas Verona and Leganes will join them. In the championship, after AC Milan got relegated, they are getting promoted. 104 points, finishing first in Serie A with Crystal Palace, actually. Palace going back up to where they started as well, and one of Lazio, Leipzig, maybe Dortmund, and actually Burnley, finishing above Como and Fulham, Fiorentina, Bologna, Forest, Villarreal, Roma, Bayer Leverkusen in 15th, Bilbao in 17th, Brentford finished ahead of Bilbao. That's unreal. Betis almost got relegated. Real Sociedad did get relegated with Udinese and Cagliari, who only had 3 wins and finished on 16 points. And the Premier League, yo, we have a new winner, guys. A new winner. It's Chelsea. Okay, Chelsea. I don't see Manchester City or Real Madrid or Barcelona in the top 8. I don't know what happened here. That's your table. You can see it. Newcastle is in 5th. Brighton is in 8th. Man City in 9th. Bayern in 10th. Madrid in 11th. Barcelona all the way in 12th. They only won 10 matches. How? Inter Milan. Leeds. Dude, Leeds is cooking, man. They're surviving in this league, finishing above Juventus and Napoli. Can we have a talk about Atletico Madrid, man? Relegated. Atalanta, relegated. Everton, relegated. Is Season 5 bringing us something different? Yes, it is. In the FA Cup, no City, no Real Madrid, no Barcelona in the semifinals. It's Napoli versus Man U and Spurs versus the relegated 4-win Everton. They made it to the FA Cup semifinals. We're so close to playing in the 2nd division, but qualifying for Europe. In the final, it was Man United versus Spurs, and Man United won the FA Cup in Season 5. What about the Carabao Cup? Same thing in the semifinals. No Real Madrid, no Barcelona, no Manchester City. It was the relegated and promoted AC Milan versus Bayern Munich, and Liverpool versus, once again, Manchester United. Have they taken over Manchester City? The final was Liverpool versus AC Milan, and Liverpool won their first trophy of the video. The biggest transfer deals. Well, maybe this is why Liverpool won, because they signed Saka for 153 million. And maybe that's why Chelsea won the Prem, because they signed Mbappe for 142 million. And maybe that's why Manchester United won the FA Cup and went deep in the Carabao Cup as well. Bradley Barcola is a Man United player. Liverpool actually stacked up, man. Nico Williams. While Isak went to Brentford and Koundé went to Arsenal, Julian Alvarez to Manchester City. Tchouaméni left Real Madrid. Is Real Madrid like restructuring or something? He went to Inter. Vlahovic left Chelsea for Inter. Kobe Mainoo went to Barcelona, and Elise left Bayern for City. With Gabriel Martinelli, he returned to Arsenal, guys. I think to replace Bukayo Saka. What other random things are we gonna see in Season 6? The end of Season 6 in the Bundesliga. FC Köln, they're going up. Yes, it took them a while. With Levante and Real Oviedo back to La Liga, one of Hellas Verona, Dusseldorf, Elche, or Cremonese, who had a massive downfall, could also get promoted. I can't believe Augsburg is still stuck down there, though. Same thing with St. Pauli. From how La Liga looks like now, it doesn't look like La Liga whatsoever. It's just a big soup of random clubs now. Stuttgart and Celta Vigo are going up to Serie A, and one of Osasuna, Genoa, Wolfsburg, or Lecce. Parma and Sassuolo, Mallorca, Union Berlin, Real Real Sociedad still stuck in their La Liga division, man. They didn't do too well whatsoever. Gladbach only got promoted once, and Freiburg, after they came up with Mainz, again relegated back down to their own division. Pisa and Cagliari can join them there too. Up to the Premier League at the end of season 6, it is Atletico Madrid and Wolves, and one of Everton, Bournemouth, Sunderland, or Roma. Atalanta and Bologna and Bayer Leverkusen miss out on the playoffs. Same thing with Fulham and Forest and Frankfurt, Athletic Club Bilbao, Lazio, Burnley, Torino. Dortmund almost got relegated. Betis almost got relegated. Villarreal, Hoffenheim, and Sevilla got relegated. How did Villarreal only manage 31 points? And at the end of season 6, guess what? Manchester City is back on top on 78 points over Chelsea and Liverpool and Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Man United, and Brighton. Man, Brighton has been, even though they haven't won a trophy in this video, they stayed in the top division and always finished high up above the table. Look, they finished above Barca, above Inter, above Real Madrid, who have been extremely poor. AC Milan, Juve, Spurs, West Ham. Leeds United also impressed me. Yes, they did. They stayed in the top division the entire time. They didn't get bullied. They didn't get relegated. Look who got relegated. It's Palace, Aston Villa, and Napoli. And now we come to the cups. Guess what? Man City is in the semi-final, but so is Como, Bournemouth, and Everton. Those were your last 4 remaining. The semi-final, it was City versus Everton, and Everton, they couldn't help us out, eh? Manchester City, they beat them on penalties. Could Man City do yet another treble? Well, the Carabao Cup semi-finals, City was not in them. No. Napoli versus Leeds. Leeds United. We talked about Leeds United. Carabao Cup final. Villarreal versus Man United. So it was Leeds versus Man U, but Man U beat Leeds United. So Man U won the FA Cup in season 5 and then the Carabao Cup in season 6, but Leeds went to a Carabao Cup final. I did not expect Leeds United to get anywhere near a final in this video. Division equals country equals league. 6 full seasons. You just saw what happened. It was dominated by Manchester City through and through. There's no doubt about it. I mean, no one else was even close. Arsenal won 2 trophies, Barca did the double once, and Man United won 2 cups. Other than that, it was Man City from start to finish. But there were a few teams that did impress us. We talked about it. Leeds United were good. Brighton was good. To be honest, even Newcastle and West Ham, they stayed in the top division. But you guys let me know in the comments, which clubs disappointed you the most? Is it the few Bundesliga sides that just never got out? Or is it the massive clubs like Real Madrid and Barcelona who didn't really do anything? Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay happy, stay healthy. If you enjoyed the video, my friends, hit the like button for me and the subscribe button, of course, if you're not subscribed yet, with the little noti bell so you don't miss out on any future videos on the channel. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace, 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 peace.